Hello, good evening and welcome to TC Network. I am Tingay Tim Hokip bringing you today's news. Today's top headlines include: continuous rainfall paralyzes normal life in Manipur. Government offices and homes submerged. Schools to remain closed till May 31st. Aftermath of Cyclone Remal claims 36 more lives in northeast India. Orange alert for Assam, Meghalaya until June 2. Condolences pour in from various CSOs to victims of melting incident. News in details. The past 2 days in Manipur have seen relentless rainfall that has brought normal life to a standstill, with flash floods, mudslides, and landslides wreaking havoc across the state. The absence of a proper drainage system has led to flash floods in several valley areas of Manipur. However, the situation took a severe turn with the breaching of major rivers like the Imphal River and Nambul River due to continuous rainfall, said India Today Northeast. The overflowing water from these rivers not only flooded roads but also entered residential houses, government offices, and quarters. The majority of the valley areas are now submerged underwater. In the Imphal East District, the Imphal River overflowed near the Lamlong Bridge, impacting areas such as Hurai, Soibam Laikai, and Porompat, leading to extensive flooding. Lamlong Keitel was inundated and floodwaters were observed flowing over the Lamlong-Pangay Road. Further flooding occurred at Hengang, Haktagolapati, Maning Laikai, and near Kerupat due to the overflowing Imphal River. This inundation extended to North AOC and surrounding areas, reaching the Hoyatong traffic point. Several other areas like Sagolban, Kapwa, Tangmayban, Kwakaitil, and Uripok faced flooding as well. The Irang Bailey Bridge of Imphal-Jiribam Highway collapsed at around 4:30 p.m. yesterday. This has resulted to stranded a large number of trucks heading towards Imphal being stranded. Landslides and mudslides occur along the Imphal-Jiribam Highway and Imphal-Dimapur Highway, causing further disruptions. In Ukhrul districts, landslides along the Imphal-Ukhrul Road left many passenger vehicles stranded for hours. A mudslide at Sinam village along the Imphal-Jiribam Road swept away a truck into a gorge. Though fortunately there have been no reports of casualties so far. Similar situations are being experienced in many areas of the Hill District. In response to the crisis, the government has issued advisories and schools have been instructed to remain closed until May 31 to ensure the safety of residents amidst the ongoing inclement weather conditions. In view of the widespread destruction and inconveniences caused to many households and installations across the state due to incessant rain and floods that flowed in anticipation of the same in the following days, and keeping in mind the safety of the students and teachers of the state, all schools of the state, government-aided, private and central schools, which are not yet under summer vacation, will stay closed on the 29th of May 2024, 30th of May 2024, and 31st of May 2024. During this period, all activities at the schools, including the admission process, should not be taken up. All zonal education officers, DI of schools, independent churches under the Department of Education, Schools, Manipur are hereby directed to inform all concerned under your jurisdiction and take up necessary actions accordingly. Amid Cyclone Remal's gradual weakening, Tuesday unfurled a tale of tragedy across four northeastern states, where heavy rains and landslides wreaked havoc, claiming the lives of at least 36 individuals and over 10 missing. The region, encompassing all 8 states, grappled with disrupted road and rail links, bringing normal life to a standstill. Mizoram, bearing the brunt of the devastation, reported 27 fatalities, including a heart-wrenching quarry collapse in Aizawl district, claiming 21 lives. Nagaland witnessed 4 deaths, Assam 3, and Meghalaya 2. The relentless downpour, accompanied by gusty winds, triggered landslides, uprooted trees, and disrupted essential services like power and internet connectivity. Tripura too faced widespread destruction, with numerous households damaged and residents seeking refuge in relief camps. As per Times of India, Heavy rainfall accompanied by gusty winds reaching speeds of 50 to 60 km per hour battered most parts of the state over the past 24 hours. The intense downpour wreaked havoc, damaging a staggering 470 houses and displacing 750 people, who sought refuge in 15 relief camps across different districts. Providing insight into the severity of the situation, Food and Civil Supplies Minister Susan Chowdhury briefed the media in Agartala. He revealed that over the past days, the state recorded an average rainfall of 215.5 mm, with Unakoti district bearing the brunt of the deluge, experiencing the highest rainfall at 252.4 mm. Responding to the calamity, Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma took decisive action by ordering the closure of educational institutions across 9 districts, prioritizing the safety of students and faculty amidst the ongoing crisis. The forecast paints a grim picture for the northeastern states, with predictions of continued extremely heavy to very heavy rains, thunderstorms and lightning this week. An orange alert signifying "Be prepared" remains in place of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya on May 29 and Assam and Meghalaya until June 2, underscoring the urgent need for vigilance and preparedness amid these challenging circumstances. The Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF) and Kuki Khanglai Lompi (KKL) are devastated to learn of the numerous fatalities and property damage caused by landslides in several locations in Mizoram. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families who lost their lives in the catastrophe. May their souls rest in peace. The Mizoram government, the Young Mizo Association, and the people of Mizoram are doing amazing work on the ground, and ITLF is grateful for their tireless efforts, reads the condolence message of the ITLF. On the other hand, the KKL press release reads, "At this time of sadness, KKL General Headquarters expressed our heartfelt condolences to the victims who had passed away and pray for the family facing tragic losses due to the landslide." After May 3, 2023, the state of Mizoram became the lifeline of Kuki-Zo community from Churachandpur district, Manipur. The Kuki-Zo community remains indebted to the state of Mizoram for their kindness, and it is very unfortunate that our Mizo brethren have to face such tragedy. Kuki Khanglai Lompi General Headquarters is ready to offer any form of support to Young Mizo Association and Mizoram government, who are relentlessly working for the landslide affected victims. We trust in the administration of Laldu Oma, Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram, and we are very hopeful for a better future, reads the release. It can be recalled that 14 individuals were killed and 1 child was rescued after a stone quarry collapsed in Aijol's Meltum and Liman Boulder on May 28 and around 6 a.m. after Cyclone Remal wreaked havoc across Mizoram, as per latest reports. The child was promptly taken to a nearby hospital for further treatment after being rescued. Many other workers, reportedly all non-tribals, are feared that as search operation to retrieve the workers trapped is underway. As per latest reports, out of the workers who have been killed, 6 are Mizos, 3 are non-Mizos, while the identities of others is yet to be identified. The quarry collapse also destroyed several houses nearby. This is a developing story. Further details are awaited. Meanwhile, the cyclone also caused a massive landslide leading to the blocking of the Lengpui airport. On the other hand, several community cemeteries also collapsed, which affected over 20 graveyards. The intensity of the cyclone is such that the Long River swelled and expanded so much at Sairang locality, which has affected houses. Furthermore, the heavy water flow also led to pigs being swept away at Langnom locality. Various other organizations and CSOs like Joy United Jomi Council, MPC Headquarters Manipur, Siamsin Polpi Headquarters Aijol, HYA General Headquarters WKZIC also sends their condolence message to the people of Mizoram and express their sorrow over the loss of the neighboring brothers. Today, at midnight between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., a truck with Mizoram registration number MZ01X7014 met an accident at Molnom Bazar, Tidin Road. The truck was reported to deliver rice to Lamka from Mizoram and was delivering rice at Molnom, where it met with an accident on its way back. The truck hit the stalls of various vegetables vendors and poultry dealers set up within the compound of Jail Hungdim, Molnom Bazaar, Didim Road. The truck destroyed many wire like cable wire, internet optic fiber, and others, due to which internet and television cables malfunctioned for hours. The front of the truck was heavily damaged in the accident. The driver and handyman were both injured, and their condition was reported to be not serious, and they were taken to district hospital for first aid. The drivers and the house owner were on the talk at the time of this report, but their conclusion is kept confidential as of now. The driver says that the truck steering failed, due to which it accidentally ran over the right side of the highway, leading to the accident. Luckily, there was no pedestrians at the time of accident. A woman was reported to be resting in the waiting set, but the truck was stopped before it could reach the waiting set. The Controller of Examination, Manipur University, issued a notice in regards to the postponing of exams since the citizens are still dealing with the aftermath of Cyclone Remal. The notice reads, due to the prevailing situation of heavy rainfall and the havoc caused by it, this notice is to inform all concerned that all examinations under Manipur University scheduled during 29 May to 31st May 2024 are postponed. New exam dates will be communicated shortly. Please stay updated with the university's official communications for further details. This is issued with the approval of the university authority. Further reads the notice. Taking aim at the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi declared that the BJP reigns will end on June 4, ushering in a return of prosperity for the nation. Addressing a rally, Rahul emphasized that only 7 days remain for the fake fakir who deceives the people. After June 4, it's goodbye BJP, goodbye Narendra Modi. Only 7 days left for the fake fakir who deceived the public. India is garnering votes. Khata khat khata khat. The country will break free from the BJP. Better days are on the horizon. Fatafat, fatafat, Rahul asserted. Rahul also criticized Modi for his sent by God remark. Responding to Modi's recent assertion of feeling sent by God, Rahul Gandhi taunted the PM, suggesting God sent Modi to aid Adani, not the impoverished. He further asserted that the India bloc will reinvigorate the economy upon assuming power. Gandhi's remarks came in light of Modi's interview where he alluded to divine ordination. Additionally, Gandhi insinuated that if the Enforcement Directorate interrogates Modi regarding the corruption post-elections, Modi might attribute his actions to divine intervention. He asked Modi to focus on issues like unemployment instead of delivering divisive speeches challenging the PM to be transparent about job creation efforts. Rahul's comment appeared to be a retort to PM's Modi earlier criticism of Rahul Gandhi's khata khat remark. In May, PM Modi mocked Rahul Gandhi's khata khat remark, asserting that the people of Raebareli would also reject him. For the Sejadas of the Samaswadi Party and Congress, the country's development is akin to the game of Gilli Danda. These Sejadas, born in palaces, are neither accustomed to hard work nor to delivering results. They claim the country will develop effortlessly and proclaim it will happen khata khat, khata khat. Modi proclaimed at a rally in Uttar Pradesh, Pratapgarh. They asserted that poverty will vanish from India khata khat. They ought to realize that the people of Raebareli will send them packing khata khat, the Prime Minister added. In a major setback to Arvind Kejriwal, the Supreme Court on Wednesday rejected the Delhi Chief Minister's plea for the extension of his interim bail plea by 7 days on medical grounds. During the hearing, the top court stated that since a verdict on the challenge of the arrest is already reserved, Kejriwal's plea for an extension of interim bail is unrelated to the main petition, as the top court allowed him to move to trial court for regular bail. This application is not maintainable. Notably, the Aam Aadmi Party chief had got interim bail for Justices Sanjeev Khanna and Dipankar Datta on May 10 and was asked to surrender to Tihar jail on June 2. Earlier on Tuesday, the apex court had refused to allow an urgent hearing of the Delhi Chief Minister's plea for the extension of his interim bail plea by 7 days. refusing to list Kejriwal's interim plea on its own. A vacation bench comprising Justices J.K. Maheshwari and K.V. Viswanathan as senior advocate, Abhishek Singhvi appearing for the Chief Minister. Why it was not mentioned last week when Justice Dipankar Datta, one of the judges of the main bench, headed by Justice Sanjeev Khanna, which had granted the interim bail to him, was sitting on the vacation bench. Why did you not mention it when Justice Datta was sitting on the vacation bench last week? Let the Honorable CJI take a decision as it raises the issue of propriety. We will send it to the CJI, the bench had said. Earlier on Monday, the Chief Minister sought an extension of his interim bail by 7 days from the Supreme Court to undergo a host of medical tests, including a PET-CT scan in view of his sudden and unexplained weight loss coupled with high ketone levels. In his bail plea, Kejriwal said he will surrender back to jail on June 9 instead of June 2, the scheduled date for his return to prison. After being released from jail on May 10, Kejriwal has been involved in campaigning for the India bloc for the ongoing Lok Sabha polls. The bail is applicable till June 1 and the Delhi CM has to surrender to authorities on June 2. He has been allowed to participate in the poll campaign but cannot attend his offices as Chief Minister, imposing certain conditions while granting Kejriwal interim bail. The apex court said he would not interact with any of the witnesses or have access to any official files connected with the case. India on Tuesday announced an immediate financial aid of $1 million to provide relief and assistance to people hit by a massive landslide in Papua New Guinea. A massive landslide hit Enga province of the island nation on May 24 that buried hundreds of people and caused major destruction. Over 2,000 people were killed in the landslide, according to media reports from that country. The Ministry of External Affairs said Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed deep condolences and conveyed India's readiness to extend all possible support and assistance to the Pacific island country in its time of difficulty. As a close friend and partner under the Forum for India-Pacific Islands Cooperation and a gesture of solidarity with the friendly people of Papua New Guinea, the Government of India extends an immediate relief assistance of $1 million to support relief, rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts, it said. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said on Monday that India stands in solidarity with people of Papua New Guinea in this difficult time. Deeply saddened by the loss of lives in Papua New Guinea following the recent landslide, Jaishankar said on X, "Our thoughts are with the government and the people. India stands in solidarity with our friends at this difficult time," he said. The MES said India has firmly stood by Papua New Guinea during times of difficulty and devastation caused by natural disaster, as in the wake of the earthquake in 2018 and volcanic eruptions in 2019 and 2023. An important pillar of India's Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative IPOI, announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in November 2019, is disaster risk reduction and management, it said in a statement. It said India is committed to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief and continues to be a responsible and steadfast responder. A ship is taking on water after being hit by 3 missiles in the Red Sea off the coast of Yemen, Maritime Security from Embrace said on Tuesday. The Greek-owned bulk carrier has started listing but is continuing its voyage after being attacked. The log, sailing under the Marshall Island flag, was hit 85 kilometers southwest of the Yemeni port city of Hodeidah. The ship issued a distress call saying it had sustained damage to the cargo boat and was taking on water. Further damage was reported from a second strike on Tuesday evening, the UK Maritime Threat Operation said. The extra damage was caused 61 kilometers northwest of Al-Mocha, Yemen, the report said. Greek shipping sources said the log was sailing to a nearby port to assess the extent of the damage. The Houthi rebels have yet to comment on the attack. The Iran-backed group, which controls much of southern and central Yemen, has been attacking international shipping in the Red Sea since November. The Houthis say they are carrying out the campaign in support of Palestinians and against Israel war in Gaza. The US and UK launched waves of airstrikes against Houthi positions in Yemen, but they appear to have failed to deter the attacks of ships in the Red Sea, one of the world's most important waterways for trade. On Tuesday, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi called for an end to attack on civilian ships in the area after he met Yemeni Foreign Minister Sayed Mohsen al-Jindani in Beijing. Wang said China was ready to continue to play a constructive role in the matter, according to a Foreign Ministry statement. The UK Maritime Threat Operation also said on Tuesday that it had received a report of an incident about 57 kilometers southwest of Hodeidah. The ship was hit by missiles and sustained damage, reporting an impact in the water close to the vessel, UK MTO said. The crew were reported to be safe and the vessel was proceeding to its next port of call. Most of the attacks launched by the Houthis have failed to sink their targets, with many being repelled by US-led maritime forces stationed in the region. But the freighter MV Ruby Marsen in March after being struck by two Houthi-launched missiles the previous month. The ship's cargo of fertilizers is feared to have disastrous ecological consequences in the Red Sea, which is home to a delicate marine ecosystem. Israel's military denied striking a tank camp west of Rafah on Tuesday after Gaza health authorities said Israeli tank shelling had killed at least 21 people there in an area Israel had designated a civilian evacuation zone. Earlier, defying an appeal from the International Court of Justice, Israel tanks advanced to the heart of Rafah for the first time after a night of heavy bombardment, while Spain, Ireland, and Norway officially recognized a Palestinian state, a move that further deepened Israel's international isolation. The United States, Israel's closest ally, reiterated its opposition to a major Israeli ground offensive in Rafah, but said it did not believe such an operation was underway. Describing the U.S. view of what would constitute a major offensive in Rafah, White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby told reporters that it would involve large numbers of troops in columns and formations in some sort of coordinated maneuver against multiple targets on the ground. That is a major ground operation, Kirby said. We have not seen that. 2 days after an Israeli airstrike on another camp stirred global condemnation, Gaza Emergency Services said 4 tank shells on Tuesday hit a cluster of tents in Al-Mawasi, a coastal strip Israel designated as an expanded humanitarian zone, where it advised civilians in Rafah to go for safety. At least 12 of the dead on Tuesday were women, according to medical officials in the Hamas militant-run Palestinian enclave. But Israel's military later said in a statement, contrary to the reports from the last few hours, the IDF did not strike in the humanitarian area in Al-Mawasi. Israel told 1 million Palestinian civilians displaced by the almost 8-month-old war to evacuate to Al-Mawasi when it launched its incursion in Rafah in early May. Around that, many had fled Rafah since then, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, reported on Tuesday. In central Rafah, tanks and armored vehicles mounted with machine guns were spotted near Al-Awda Mosque, a city landmark, witness told Reuters on Tuesday. The Israeli military said its forces continue to operate in the Rafah area without commenting on reported advances into the city center. That is all for today's news, and have a pleasant evening ahead.